Hi everyone, my name is Sharon and I work for Bounce Theatre Company, and I am here to give you my top 6 tips for how to write a good story. So tip number 1 is that you don't need very much to make a good story. You just need your imagination. That's the most important thing. If you don't feel like it's easy for you to actually write things down using a paper and pen, do not worry. Or if you find reading difficult, again, do not worry. You can also make stories by recording them on your phone, by learning something and remembering it and telling it to other people. You can also make great stories from drawing your ideas as well. So don't worry if you find actually writing stuff down difficult. There are other ways that you can do it. All you need is what's in here, your imagination. Tip number 2. Find somewhere that is really comfortable for you to write. So that could be somewhere in your house, it could be on your sofa, it could be in your bedroom, or it could be somewhere outside. It could be in the park or on the bus on your way to school. It doesn't matter where, as long as it's somewhere that is comfortable and where you feel like your mind is free to explore different ideas. Number 3, a story needs a really good character. So the characters are the people in your stories, and it's important. They don't have to be someone that your reader or your audience likes, but they do have to be interesting, and your audience needs to care what happens to them one way or another. So make sure that you have a really good character as the base of your story. Tip number 4 is that your story needs a good plot. A plot is the events and the action that takes place in your story. So it's important that you have events that happen to your character that your audience and your reader is interested in. So really think carefully about what happens in your story and why it happens. And if those events are juicy and interesting, then your audience is going to want to keep reading or listening, and they'll want to find out what happens in the end of your story. A story needs a good structure, and this can help you when you're making up your story. So what I find really helpful when I'm writing is to plan a beginning, middle and end, and often a problem that needs to be solved in my story. So maybe something that happens in the beginning of my story that my characters need to work out, and then by the end, that problem is solved. So then my readers or my listeners can feel like they've gone on a journey and a quest with the characters in the story. It is really, really helpful for me to plan what I'm going to write, so that then I know kind of what's going to happen, and then I can write down my ideas. Otherwise, sometimes I've found that if I do write and I haven't really planned it, then I run out of steam before I've reached the end of the story, and it sort of doesn't go anywhere. So sometimes it's really good just to plan your characters first, write down who they are, some details about them and their life, plan the events that happen in your story, so plan a beginning, middle and end, maybe up to 4 events that happen. And that can really help you when you're writing, just so that you feel like you've got a sense of where it's going, and you can stick to that while you're writing. I hope that's helped you, and good luck with your writing. Remember, don't think about it too much, just go for it and use your imagination.